Good evening. That persistent dryness in your mouth, it isn't just a nuisance. Think of it instead as a quiet message from your body, asking for a little attention. There is wisdom in what our bodies tell us. Together, over these next 30 minutes, we will learn to listen, to translate this message, and in doing so, find not just relief, but a deeper connection to our own well-being. Dry mouth, medically known as xerostomia, feels like sandpaper against your tongue. It interrupts sleep. It makes simple swallowing difficult. But what if this discomfort holds clues? Clues that can improve not just your mouth's moisture, but your overall nighttime peace. We aren't looking for quick fixes or miracle cures tonight. We are looking for understanding. We want to hear the message clearly so we can respond kindly. If this journey towards slower, safer nights resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. It ensures we can keep sharing these gentle tips designed specifically for older bodies and minds. Let's tune into the first message your dry mouth is sending. Asterisk, I am thirsty in a deeper way. Asterisk. This may seem too simple. Of course, you know to drink water. Yet, as we age, the body's natural alarm system for dehydration, the thirst reflex, often dulls. Our internal mechanisms become less sensitive to low water levels. We might think we are fine, but our cells are quietly asking for more. This is why you might drink a large glass of water, only to feel dry again moments later. The key isn't necessarily drinking more volume quickly. The key is steady, mindful absorption. Your dry mouth might be signaling that you are drinking your fluids at the wrong time, or perhaps drinking things that actually pull moisture away. Think about coffee or certain teas consumed too close to bedtime. These act as diuretics. They encourage the body to shed water faster than it can absorb it. If you enjoy an afternoon coffee, try balancing it with an extra small glass of plain water immediately afterward. This helps maintain the delicate balance. Another essential part of this deeper hydration message concerns minerals. Water alone sometimes isn't enough. Our bodies need electrolytes, like sodium and potassium, to help pull water into the cells where it is truly needed. Without these tiny helpers, water may pass right through us. Now, we are not suggesting sports drinks, which are often packed with sugar. Instead, think about small, simple additions. A tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt in a glass of morning water can make a difference. Or, consider having a small serving of mineral-rich foods with your dinner, like a few nuts or dark leafy greens. These gentle additions support the cellular function needed to keep saliva flowing naturally. When you prepare for bed, think about how you take that last drink of water. Don't gulp it down quickly. Gulping often means the water bypasses the saliva glands and heads straight to the stomach and kidneys, increasing the chance you'll wake up needing the restroom later. Instead, let's establish a soothing technique right now. Take 5 small sips of water. Hold each sip for just 2 seconds in your mouth before slowly swallowing. This technique tells the body's salivary glands that moisture is here and encourages them to start producing their own protection. It's a gentle, intentional way to hydrate. This technique is powerful because it addresses the core message. Your body needs sustained, high-quality moisture, not just bulk liquid. Remember, true hydration for an aging body happens slowly. It requires planning throughout the day, not just panic drinking before sleep. Look at your daily habits. Are you waiting until you feel intensely thirsty? Try drinking a small cup of water every hour, rather than a large glass all at once. This small, consistent action is often the most effective way to silence this first critical message. It prepares your mouth to stay comfortable all night long. Now that we have addressed the deep thirst signal, let's turn our attention to the second quiet message. Asterisk, asterisk. My environment is changing. Asterisk dot. This message often comes right from the bedroom air you breathe and the medicines you rely on. As we get older, we tend to accumulate more environmental and pharmaceutical factors that influence our saliva. The key here is not to change what your doctor prescribes, but to manage the side effects with gentle awareness. Let's begin with the air. If you live in a dry climate, or if winter heating is running constantly, your bedroom air can become harsh and desert-like. The air acts like a sponge, drawing moisture directly from your exposed mouth tissues as you breathe. A low-profile humidifier can transform your sleep environment. It quietly adds moisture back into the air, creating a microclimate where your saliva is less likely to evaporate quickly. Think of it as a silent partner, working to keep your mouth tissues happy. Place the humidifier away from your bed, perhaps on a dresser, and ensure it is cleaned regularly to keep the air pure. This simple piece of equipment can be a profound help in managing nighttime dry mouth. The second, more personal environmental change involves our medication cabinets. Many common drugs, those taken for high blood pressure, allergies, anxiety, or depression, list dry mouth as a known side effect. This is because these medications can sometimes interfere with the nerve signals that tell your salivary glands to produce moisture. It is absolutely crucial to continue taking your medication as prescribed. However, recognizing this connection empowers you. If you suspect a specific medication is causing dryness, simply note it down. Your doctor or pharmacist may be able to suggest a slight adjustment to the dosing schedule. For example, sometimes taking a dose earlier in the evening, rather than right before bed, can lessen the peak effect during the deepest hours of sleep. Never make changes without consulting your healthcare team first. Our goal is careful partnership with our health providers. If you are taking medication linked to dryness, you need extra support for your mouth's natural defenses. Many popular mouthwashes contain alcohol, which can cause an initial tingling sensation, but in the long run, actually worsens dryness by stripping away delicate moisture. Look instead for alcohol-free products specifically designed for dry mouth. These often contain ingredients that mimic natural saliva. Consider incorporating a pre-bed mouth care ritual. Before you brush, gently massage your cheeks just below your ears. This is where your major salivary glands are located. A light, minute-long circular massage can sometimes stimulate production just before you lie down. Follow this with your brushing and an alcohol-free rinse. This intentional act transforms oral hygiene from a chore into an act of self-care. Finally, think about the cleanliness of your mouth. Dry mouth reduces saliva, which is your body's natural defense against bacteria. This makes you more susceptible to minor gum irritation or other oral discomforts that can be unsettling at night. Regular, thorough, but gentle brushing and flossing are more important than ever. By addressing both the internal causes, like hydration, and the external environment, like dry air and medication side effects, you create a buffer against nighttime dryness. You are responding fully to the message that your environment requires gentle adjustment. We've discussed deep thirst and external changes. Now, we arrive at the third critical message your dry mouth might be sending. Asterisk, asterisk, my rest is not as deep. Asterisk. This message connects the physical feeling of dryness directly to the quality and mechanics of your sleep. Think about it. When you wake up, does your mouth feel dry, or is it causing you to wake up? Often, the two are linked through the simple act of breathing. Many older adults, particularly those who snore or suffer from nighttime congestion, shift from breathing through the nose to breathing primarily through the mouth while asleep. When you breathe through your nose, the air is warmed and humidified before it enters your throat. When you breathe through your mouth, however, a constant stream of dry air flows directly over your tongue and palate. This process acts like a wind tunnel, rapidly evaporating saliva. If you suspect you are a mouth breather at night, there are several gentle, practical steps you can take. First, focus on simple nasal hygiene before bed. A warm shower or using a simple saline nasal spray can clear the passages and make nasal breathing easier. Clear the path, and your body is more likely to use it naturally. Secondly, consider your sleeping position. Sleeping on your back often encourages the mouth to fall open, especially if the jaw is relaxed or if you are dealing with mild snoring. Simply shifting to a side sleeping position can significantly reduce mouth breathing. Try using a pillow to support your knees or back, which makes it harder to roll onto your back during the night. Another connection between shallow rest and dry mouth lies in stress and anxiety. We previously touched upon this, but it's worth revisiting. When we are worried or experiencing nighttime overthinking, our nervous system switches into a low-grade, alert mode. This fight-or-flight response is designed to prepare the body for action, which means non-essential functions, like saliva production, are decreased. Our bodies don't need saliva if they are running from danger. So, if your dry mouth is often accompanied by a racing mind, the message is clear: the stress needs soothing. This is where gentle ritual comes into play. Before closing your eyes, spend 2 full minutes practicing conscious breathing. We call this the soft belly breath. Lie in bed comfortably. Place one hand gently on your lower belly. Inhale slowly and quietly through your nose, feeling your hand rise slightly. Exhale slowly, letting all tension go. Do not try to force the breath, just slow it down. This simple, quiet act tells your nervous system it is safe to rest. When the nervous system calms, it signals the salivary glands that they can resume their normal, restful function. If you wake up in the middle of the night feeling parched, resist the urge to immediately sit up and panic. Instead, stay lying down and take a very slow, small sip of water from a pre-positioned glass. Then, try the soft belly breath for 5 repetitions. This reestablishes moisture and calms the underlying stress, helping you drift back to sleep more comfortably. Listening to this third message is about recognizing the interconnectedness of your breath, your mind, and your body's moisture levels. By addressing how we breathe and how we manage nighttime thoughts, we are ensuring that the environment inside our mouth stays as peaceful and moist as the rest of our quiet sanctuary. The three core messages, deep thirst, changing environment, and shallow rest, offer immediate pathways to comfort, but our journey isn't finished. Your dry mouth has a deeper, more important message, one about sustained well-being. This is asterisk, message 4, I need consistency, asterisk. Finding comfort with dry mouth isn't about doing one thing perfectly. It's about establishing habits that become second nature, turning those simple steps into a predictable, comforting ritual. Consistency is the medicine for chronic dryness. Think about the products you use. If you have been relying on products like moisturizing gels or sprays, the key is not just using them when you feel dry, but using them preventatively. Apply a thin layer of moisturizing gel right before you lie down. This creates a barrier against evaporation during those first, deep hours of sleep. It's an act of forward-thinking kindness to your mouth. Let's also talk about dietary consistency. Certain foods are known to exacerbate dry mouth, not just at night, but all day. Highly salty foods, for example, require more saliva to break down and process, sometimes leading to temporary dryness. Very dry foods like crackers or certain baked goods can be challenging to swallow without sufficient moisture. If you notice a pattern, try adjusting your evening snack routine. Opt for foods that encourage saliva flow, such as fresh fruits with high water content. Slices of apple or pear are excellent choices. Chewing these requires work, which naturally stimulates the salivary glands. Consistency also applies to how often you stimulate saliva. Simply moving your tongue around your mouth, pressing it gently against the roof of your mouth, or pretending to chew for 30 seconds can awaken the glands. This is a practice that can be done discreetly while you are reading or watching a quiet program in the evening. It's a gentle form of exercise for your mouth. For those who use oral appliances like dentures or retainers, maintaining consistency in their cleanliness is also vital. Appliances can sometimes trap small amounts of bacteria, which may lead to irritation that compounds the feeling of dryness. Following your dentist's guidelines for daily cleaning ensures that the environment inside your mouth is as neutral and comfortable as possible. This consistent care removes potential irritants. We must also be consistent in ruling out other factors. Sometimes dry mouth is a signal related to systemic health. Conditions like diabetes, for example, can be linked to reduced saliva flow. If you have consistently followed all the environmental and hydration tips, and the dryness persists, this is the time to be consistently communicative with your doctor. Your consistent effort to self-manage gives your doctor the best information possible for an accurate assessment. This message of consistency reminds us that comfort is built step by step. It's the small, mindful actions repeated every night, the purposeful sip, the clean air, the soothing breath, that accumulate into deep, restorative peace. Do not look for perfection in any one night. Simply commit to the ritual, night after night. We have now listened closely to the 4 primary messages from your dry mouth: the need for deep hydration, adjustments to your environment, soothing your rest mechanics, and the call for consistency. These insights, when woven together, form a powerful strategy for comfort. Before we conclude, let's address common concerns and ensure these strategies adapt perfectly to the needs of older adults. One frequent concern is waking up multiple times to drink water. This seems to contradict the need for deep hydration, as it interrupts sleep for trips to the restroom. The key here is timing and technique. If you are struggling with nocturia, which is waking to urinate, avoid drinking large amounts of water in the 2 hours immediately before bed. Instead, focus on the small, intentional sips we practiced earlier, holding the water in your mouth before swallowing. This maximizes the moisture absorption in your mouth with minimal fluid volume entering your system. It's hydration smarts, not just hydration volume. Another question that often arises is about sugar. Since salivary stimulation, often through sucking on a candy, helps with dryness, is this safe for teeth? For seniors, tooth health is a major concern. The advice is firm. Only use sugar-free lozenges, gums, or candies, specifically designed to stimulate saliva. Sugared items compound the problem by feeding bacteria in a mouth already lacking the protective wash of natural saliva. Always check the label. Safety and comfort must go hand in hand. What about waking up completely parched? If you wake up and your mouth feels painfully dry, use this moment for a gentle reset. Reach for your mouth gel or spray immediately, followed by the 5 small, intentional sips of water. Then, instead of dwelling on the discomfort, shift your focus to your breath. Lie back down, close your eyes, and perform the soft belly breath 10 times. This sequence, relief, rehydration, and relaxation, trains your body to return to rest quickly and comfortably. Remember the mission of this channel: safe, slow, and unhurried rest. Every piece of advice we share is meant to support that goal. These dry mouth strategies are not just about moisture. They are about dignity and comfort in your quiet hours. We encourage you to choose just one of the messages we decoded tonight, perhaps starting with the humidifier, or maybe practicing the intentional sips. Commit to that single change for 3 nights. Notice the difference. Small, sustainable changes are always more effective than drastic temporary efforts. If this conversation has brought a moment of peace, if it has helped you understand your body's signals a little better, please give this video a gentle like. It helps others who are seeking a kinder, slower night find us. And if you wish to continue receiving soothing wisdom and gentle health tips, please subscribe to Senior Bedtime Radio. Rest easy knowing you have listened well to your body tonight. May your rest be deep, your breath be slow, and your mouth be comfortable. We wish you a peaceful and restorative night. Good night.